Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. My name is Jason. Welcome to From Heroes to Icons. This is our must-have comic book pull list. These are the books that we'll be covering coming out on December 9th. We got a nice little lineup of books here. We got a little news this week. Things are starting to blossom over here at From Heroes to Icons. Just glad to have you here with us. The Christmas season is here, and even if you don't get nothing for Christmas, you should be thankful that you are here. Now, just want to give a shout out to all of my Kung Fu fanatics out there. Jada Barber, that's what they call me. I've been bolstering my Storm Riders collection, and I sold one comic book and got a nice bundle of books back that I purchased, and I'm going to be showing them off soon. It doesn't seem like a lot of people are watching my On the Run videos for Storm Riders, but I got at least 2 more coming, so you're just going to have to bear with me. But on a much more comic book community note, I will be on a new show with some of our finest. And Friday night coming up, December 4th at 9 o'clock, we are going to have a new show with Hero and the Kid called Comic Talk Live, and this will be at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. On this video, we're going to talk about some of this week's comic books. I believe it's our top 5, maybe our top variants, some spec news, and you never know what you might be surprised. This is going to be hosted by Hero and the Kid. We'll be there with Will, Bearded Comic Bro, and a few others, along with myself. And this is my first debut with some other people from the comic book community. So I would ask you all to please tune in. If you're not too busy, even if you're doing something, you can have us on in the background. I think you will be well entertained. So we're going to get on with this coming week's books. As always, we're going to start off with our Indies, Image and Boom comic books. We got The Cimmerian, The Frost Giant's Daughter, number 1 by Robin Wretch and Robert E. Howard, who was, I guess, the original writer of it. We have a slew of covers for this. Peach Momoko is doing cover A. Jing Juan Yoon is doing cover B. Jay Anacleto is doing cover C. Cover D is by Robin Wretch. Cover E is by Fritz Cassis. Cover F is by Frederick Lim. And cover G is a blank variant. This book is 32 pages and is $3.99. Giga number 2 comes out by Alex Packnadel and John Lee. John Lee is doing cover A, and cover B is by Gooden and Daniel. 32-page book that is $3.99. Seven Secrets number 5 by Tom Taylor and Danielle Niculio. Dan Niculio is doing cover A, and Derek Chu is doing cover B. This is a 32-page book that is $3.99. The Devil's Red Bride number 3 by Sebastian Gerner and John Bivens. And I have one cover here, and that is by Bivens. This book is 32 pages and $3.99. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 112 by Sophie Campbell and Jody Nishijama. Nishijama is doing cover A, and Freddie Williams is doing cover B. This book also has various other covers, but they are not pictured here. This is a 32-page book for $3.99. Year Zero, Volume 2, Number 2 by Benjamin Percy and Juan Jose Rip. We have one cover here by Carrie Andrews. This is a 32-page book for $3.99. Red Mother number 11 by Jeremy Hahn and Danny Luckert. One cover here, and this has 32 pages for $3.99. Next up, we are moving over to DC Comics. For all my vampire fans out there, American Vampire 1976 number 3 by Scott Snyder and Raphael Albuquerque. Albuquerque is doing cover A and cover B. I do not know the artist, but it looks super dope. Really like that. Batman Black and White number 1 by various artists and writers. artists, and writers. Cover A is by Greg Capullo. Cover B is by J.H. Williams III. And cover C is by Peach Momoko. This book is 48 pages, and it is $5.99. Dark Knights, The Last Stories of the DC Universe, #1. This also is done by various writers and artists. Tula Lote is doing cover A, and cover B is a connecting cover by Gary Frank. And I believe this book is either a 1 in 25 or like a 1 in 10. This 80-page giant is $8.99. DC's Very Merry Multiverse #1 is another book done by various artists and writers. This has one cover by Ivan Reis, 80 pages for $9.99. Merry Christmas. The Detective Comics 1032 by Peter J. Tomasi, and he is back. Brad Walker. Cover A is by Brad Walker, and cover B is by Lee Bermejo. A 32-page book for $3.99. The Flash 767 by Ron Mars, Marco Santucci, and Clayton Henry. Clayton Henry is doing cover A, and Hicham Hibachi is doing cover B. This 32-page book is $3.99. The Green Lantern Season 2, number 10 by Grant Morrison and Liam Sharp. Liam Sharp is doing cover A, and J.G. Jones is doing cover B. This is a 32-page book for $3.99. Superman Endless Winter #1 by Ron Mars and Phil Hessler. Francis Manipool is doing cover A, and Rafael Grassetti is doing cover B. A 32-page book for $3.99. Here we have The Dark Multiverse Flashpoint #1 by Brian Hitch and Curry. One cover for this 48-page book is $5.99. Last book for DC Comics, Wonder Woman 768 by Marika Tamaki and Rafael Sandoval. Just when you thought you was going to give up Wonder Woman, they reel you back in. Cover A is by David Marquez, and cover B is by Joshua Middleton. And this has to be one of his best Wonder Woman variants. Definitely going to get 2 of those. This 32-page book is $3.99. Last up, we have Marvel. We have The Amazing Spider-Man #54 by Nick Spencer and Mark Bagley. Patrick Gleason is doing cover A. Paulo Secura is doing cover B. Eben Coelho is doing cover C. And cover D is a PS5 variant of Miles Morales, and that is by Gavin Gooden. Marvel gives us less pages. It's a 28-page book for $3.99. The Avengers #39, starting to get good again, I think, by Jason Aaron and Dale Keown. I believe we get the 1 million BC origin of the Phoenix. Cover A is by Inhuk Lee, and cover B is by Greg Tocchini. Captain Marvel #24 by Kelly Thompson and Lee Garbett. Cover A is by Jorge Molina, and cover B is by Trad Moore. 28 pages for $3.99. The Juggernaut #4 by Fabian Nicieza and Ron Garney. One cover for this by Jeff Shaw. We have 28 pages for $3.99. The Marauders #16 by Jerry Dugan and Stefano Casella. One cover for this by Russell Donnerman, 28 pages for $3.99. Rise of Ultraman #4 by Kyle Higgins and Francesco Manna. Cover A is by Jorge Molina, cover B is by Ed McGuinness, and cover C is by E.J. Sue. 28 pages for $3.99. New book coming out of the X of Swords. We have Sword #1 by Al Ewing and Valerio Skiddy. Skiddy is doing cover A, cover B is by Terry Dotson, and cover C is by Emanuela Lupacino. 48-page book that is $4.99. Spider-Man #5, I believe this is the end of the Abrams debacle Spider-Man book. Also with Sarah Pichelli. Cover A is by Sarah Pichelli, and cover B is by Javier Rodriguez. 28-page book for $3.99. Do not get your hopes up for that. Star Wars #9 by Charles Soule and Carlo Pagulayan. Pagulayan is doing cover A, and Chris Sprouse is giving us an Empire Strikes Back variant for cover B. 28 pages for $3.99. Strange Academy #6. This book is staying hot by Scotty Young and Humberto Ramos. Ramos is doing cover A. Arthur Adams is doing a character variant for cover B, and David Nakayama is giving us a very nice looking Scarlet Witch cover for cover C. 28 pages for $3.99 in a book that is worth every penny. Last book from Marvel Comics, we have Venom #31. I guess this is the first tie-in to The King in Black. This is by Donny Cates and Eben Coelho. Coelho is doing cover A, and Francesco Herrera is doing cover B. As all Venom books, it has a 99 variants, but I am not showing them. This book is 28 pages, $3.99. Moving over here now to our covers of the week. You like that, don't you? First, we have The Dark Knight's Last Stories #1, cover B by Gary Frank. Then we have The Avengers #39, cover A by Inhyuk Lee. Captain Marvel #24, cover A by Jorge Molina. And we have The Cimmerian Frost Giant's Daughter #1, the Jay Anacleto cover. And the book of the week is Wonder Woman 768, cover B by Joshua Middleton. Next up, we are covering our books of the week. Batman Black and White #1 by various artists and writers. DC's Very Merry Multiverse. Everybody loves a Christmas book, right? Detective Comics 1032 by Tomasi and Brad Walker. Detective Comics is a dope book, but with Brad Walker, it's a must-have. Grab both covers. Sword #1 by Ewing and Chitty. Think it'll be a good book to get. And the book of the week is Strange Academy #4 by Scotty Young and Humberto Ramos. That is it, my people, for the books of the week. Make sure you please move over some time on Friday. We will be having our Comic Talk Live. This will be our first episode, and I believe this will be a continuing show every Friday, most likely at 9 p.m. Check us out over there at Hero and the Kids channel. You'll like it, you'll love it, and you will be back. All right, people, I will catch you at the same bad time and at the same bad channel. Be great and do great. Peace.